Well, hello, everyone. Should have some intro music. I need some intro music to play. I need a theme.
Theme.
Mary
I'd be so worried about our theme music.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There's got to be some 60s game, the dating game. That theme music.
The dating game?
No.
No. I mean, this is more your area of expertise than mine. I don't.
Thank you.
I'm not as good with music.
I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to find the perfect thing. What we need is. What is that? Is that a dating game? Powerball? Powerball? Whoa!
Powerball.
You win $1 and you win. Wait, no, that's not the right Powerball. Let me see.
Jeopardy.
All right. Well, you know what? Welcome to our town hall. That was your opening question. You put in your recommendation for the theme song, for the perfect theme song for our intro music for Compass's town
All right,
hall.
yes, think about it.
We will be tracking recommendations all through the Darth.
Darth
I know
Vader.
a song.
Staying alive, Farrah, that is a good one.
That's good. Put them in the chat, folks. Put them in the chat. We're gonna be tracking this, and we might pick yours. And if we do, we'll send you an autographed.
Okay,
autographed
can't
CD.
just be Taylor Swift, Felicia.
No.
You got to give us a
No.
song. Yeah, it can't just be like. I mean, that'd be the longest theme music ever. It'd be like 500 hours long if it was just Taylor Swift.
If I was going to do Taylor Swift, I would do the Kansas City Chiefs theme song because really. Anyway, no.
All right. There are some. We got Batman theme song. That's fun.
But it'd have to be like the old 60s Batman.
Yeah.
The old one.
What is that old?
I don't know, but it's super dated.
Yeah.
Kapow! Ka-chunk!
Good chunk.
Ka-chunk, you know. I don't know if that's they said that. Bam! Kablam!
Yes. But who's Batman and who's Robin? That's what I want to know.
I'm the Joker. I don't know what you're talking about. You can be
Ooh,
Batman, I'll be the
everything is
Joker.
awesome. Oh man, could you imagine though if everything is awesome? Like you would have that earwig for the rest of the day. Like you couldn't unhear it. Like if we just did it and you like had everything is awesome in your head for so long. Like it would be. We would have to then maybe play a bunch of Taylor Swift or something to get everybody is awesome out of your head. Yeah, see, I knew you were going to do that. Can you guys hear that? You can't unhear it.
2, 1, go! No, what's funny is if you ever listen to the lyrics, I'm blue. You know, I try to sing that song to my daughter. Da ba dee do ba da. I try to sing it to my daughter because she used to have blue hair. She didn't see the joke.
She didn't.
No, but if you listen, if you really want to kind of have a blow your mind moment,
I don't have a filter. That makes sense.
listen. Sorry, Sean.
Yep.
Sorry, whoever doesn't have a
I can
filter.
imagine.
That's that. So
Just saying, whatever comes to mind.
It's a good thing, I think. The world would be better off if more people did that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna out you and probably embarrass you.
Yeah,
but-
well, no, I wonder if it's John. I wonder if it's John.
Oh, okay, good.
I
Probably
wonder
so.
if
Swinging
John's.
You've got to listen to read the lyrics to the song "Everything Is Awesome." They really are kind of funny and weird.
After you start the meeting, I'm going to play my music.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to our town hall. This is something we do just a few times a year for us to get together. One of the first things I'd love for you to do is throw in the chat, what city are you in? So it's just kind of fun for all of us to see the different cities that we represent. You're going to see just a lot of cities. We got Fort Bragg, Ukiah, Reading, a lot of Reading folks. Great job, Reading. There is also a lot of us here in Reading, so there's that too.
Montague.
Oh, Montague, that's awesome.
Sandra, do you live in Montague?
She does.
Oh, Want to buy a house? I'm just kidding.
Eldorado Hills.
Hills.
Igo, way to represent an Igo.
Longmont, nice.
Look at us. We got Charlotte, North Carolina.
We do. We got Colorado. Some got Colorado, but I kind of knew that was coming. Good to see a guy. There's the East Oakland represent. We call you the. Let's see who is.
All right. So you can see we are from far and near.
Jim and Stacy, hi. Leonore Chernoff. These people are saying they're here for the first time.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, that's the next thing is if you're here for the first time. This is going to be, I'm going to do this to my marketing team, and I'm sorry, and you're welcome. Let's go ahead. If your first time, make sure you put it in the chat right now, and we're going to pick a t-shirt winner from our first timers. Even if you did it before, do it again. You got to put your first name, and then
you got to say where you're from and that you're first, and your name, where you're from, and that you're a first timer.
Yeah. All right, so we got Diane Bacon, but you didn't say where you're from, Diane. Can you say where you're from?
There you go. Somebody's typing in a
All right. Oh, East Oakland. Yes, I love it. All right. Oh, and we've got Sarita Fang from Reading. Awesome. Oh my goodness, we've got so many. All right, so let's go ahead. We do 3 winners, 4 winners.
However many you want.
Okay, so
but
you pick a number pick a number 1 through 10 right now. Just pick a number.
4.
Okay, 4. So the 4th person on the list.
Ooh.
Now I'll pick a number 8.
Okay.
And then we'll do 1. And then if there's a 10, let's go with 10. So 1, 10, 4, 8. 1, 10, 4, 8.
All right. That made perfect sense to everybody else but me. That's great. But remember, we're only going to count you if your name, your city, and that you say first time. If you leave one of those 3 out, you didn't follow the rules, buddy. So no shirt for you. With a shirt, no shirt for you.
So my daughter is home for the summer, and she is working in one of our shirt closets. And I know there are a lot of one shirt she's been folding for days. So she comes home and tells me, I've been folding for days. You have so many of community.
No,
I don't know.
Dreams, Direction, Destiny.
Dreams, Direction, Destiny. She's like, you have so many shirts for Dreams, Direction, Destiny.
Do we add an extra 0 to the order, or do you just turn those over? It's a popular one. Good. Well, you're getting a Dreams, Direction, Destiny shirt.
Because my daughter says we have a lot of them.
That's right.
And she just folded them.
Oh, unfortunate soul.
All right. Well, welcome.
Trin's on the call. Are you on the call, Trin?
If you guys wondered.
Oh, is she there?
Oh, she's in the room. There's our daughter right there. She's in marketing.
I dropped that music. Good. I dropped that musical reference.
And then you guys might also know our son also works here. He works in maintenance. So shout out to the awesome maintenance crew. We got Brian, and we've got, of course, Danette that leads it, and then my son Ryan. So if he's on the call, he's got to be here somewhere. Well, anyway, if you see Ryan.
Oh, yes, there he is.
Oh, there he is. He's in the home office. There he is. Yay. So
there he is. He's good.
Our 2 kids are home for college, and we put them straight to work. That's how we are around here.
So we pay for their college. Slave labor. That's the way to do it. No job too small. No job too dirty. Just ask them. They'll be doing it with a smile on their face. Won't you, Ryan and Trinity? Say yes to everybody in your room.
Yay for having your children home. Agreed.
Oh, absolutely.
We are having a blast. They both just got home. So it's fun having them. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and head into all the things we want to talk about. And the very first thing, so if this is your first time joining us, the point of our town hall is just this, for us to, not just exactly this, we won't sit and chitty chat the whole time. We have things to talk about, but it is really for us to get to know each other a little better, for you to see our whole community. We are a community spectrum. We have individuals from all over Northern California. We have just a really great diverse group. It's a good time for us to kind of share who we are, but it's also a great time for us to get to know a few people. So this is the first person that we're going to get to know today, which is John. So John, if you can unmic, and then we'll make sure we move him to the top of our page. So John, can you just start saying hi to us and we'll find you? Everyone will find
Yeah,
you.
hello, hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Awesome.
Okay,
And we're gonna spotlight
okay.
you even. Hi, John.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
That's a nice setup you got there. Okay, John, I gotta ask you, do you go by John, Jonathan, Johnny, Big J? What do you go by?
So I usually go by John, but I'm honestly okay with everything.
Okay, so I can call you Big J now and you're good?
Sure.
I'm gonna have to talk to them, and I wanted to know if I could sit right there with these. I don't know, it's not really working right, but hopefully it'll work.
Welcome to call, whomever you may be speaking, if you wouldn't mind muting your phone so that we can hear from John, we'd really appreciate it. Okay, I definitely got the vibe. Big J Dog wasn't his
It
jam.
wasn't his jam, yeah.
So we'll stick with John. You're good.
So we hear that there's some fun things. First of all, how long have you been with Compass?
I've been with Compass I've been with Compass since about September.
Around September.
Yeah.
And we hear you have a really cool job. Do you want to tell us about your job?
Correct. I was in the California Department of Rehab as a counselor.
Oh, right on, man.
So
Yeah.
as a counselor, so you work as a counselor at the Department of Rehab. So are
Yeah.
you're counseling individuals in good job choices for them? Is that
Yeah.
what you're giving them counsel about?
Yeah. Yes, my main goal is to help people with disabilities get. Yeah. I help them. I help them with missing, and that's all related to jobs and
That's-
employment.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
So should we send our team to you for job counseling? Should I sign up with you for a coaching session? Maybe you could.
That is incredible. How long have you been doing that for, John?
Sure, I've been working at DR since 2020.
2020. That was a rough time to go get a job, helping
Yes,
people
it
get
was.
jobs. That was a tough time. So did you work virtually then in 2020?
Yes. So basically, the first about 6 months were in the office, very lonely. Me and the managers, that was about it. And then I worked from home for about a year, and then I went back to the office when COVID was all. I went back to the office in 2022.
That is awesome. And I hear that, I love that that's your passion. I love that you've been doing it since 2020. Do you have any good stories? Is there someone you've helped get find their career and that they like, do you just have a good feel good story for us about how you've helped somebody?
Sure. There's one client who they really wanted to work with animals. That was their passion. And I found them a job at Happy Hollow, and they were very happy with it. So yeah.
That's so awesome.
Wow.
Wow, John, that is incredible. I love hearing that. And then, but I hear you know how to let loose too. So you work hard, but you know how to let loose. What can you tell people what one of your big hobbies is?
Sure. I go to a lot of concerts.
Go to concerts.
Yeah, and when you say a lot of concerts, can you kind of give people an idea of what a lot of concerts is?
Very many. Usually like usually at least one concert per week, if not more than that.
So you go to about 50 concerts a year.
More or less, yeah.
That's awesome.
That is so
That's
awesome.
What are your favorite bands?
I like classic rock, so I like Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, The Who. Yeah.
That's cool. I know a lot of those bands aren't necessarily playing and touring anymore, although Rolling Stones are.
Well, they are actually like all three of the bands I mentioned are touring.
Oh, are they? Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Whoa, I stand correct. Paul McCartney's touring?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. I didn't know that. Are you going to the Stones concert?
Yeah.
Right on. I hear that there's some festival you're going to be going to soon.
Sure, I'm going to Bottle Rock next weekend.
Bottle.
And then, Bottle Rock in Napa. And then I'm going to
Bottle Rock. That's awesome. What kind of is that a hardcore rock festival, or is it more alternative?
That's a rock pop festival. I mean, that's our Stevie Nicks program at Ed Sheeran. So it's kind of a variety of musical types.
Ed Sheeran, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's so cool. I would like that concert.
I tried to take her to an Ed Sheeran concert. She didn't have the time.
It's true. It's true. He tried to take me but it was during the fall and we have a lot of family stuff that happens. So I said, no, thank you. But I would like to see Ed Sheeran one day. So that's awesome. So are you staying in Napa then too? Or like, are you going to stay there for a couple days? Like, is it a couple day concert?
No, I'm going to use public transportation. I'm going to use public transportation in order to get there and back each day.
Oh,
Awesome. Well, it's been so good to meet you. Is there anything you'd like to share with the group? Is there any advice or, on this call are individuals with disabilities, staff, leaders, it's just kind of the whole Compass, and there's family members here as well. Is there something you'd like to share with the Compass family?
Sure. I mean, I mean, the one thing we like to say at DR is that is that most people they can work. Maybe they can't work full time. Maybe they can't work certain jobs, but they can work. So I do encourage all people with disabilities to work because that gives them a sense of purpose in their lives, and that does really help. That does really help. So I do encourage family members and clients to but the DR serves all disabilities, so there's no disability too small, and yeah, I encourage you to apply for our services, and yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's a great message, John.
I can see faces and people are very inspired. And I think that is a good thing for us all to remember that work does give us some meaning to our life and that we should be working to help people find their meaning, their work for their own life. And John, I appreciate that you have so much passion for this topic. I know that there are people on this call that might want to know a little bit more or reach out to you. Could they do that? If some of our leaders wanted to get some advice from you, could people reach out to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome, John. We so appreciate, we're excited you're here at Compass, and we appreciate what you're bringing and the message you had for the group today. I think we're all super impressed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're a sharp guy, John. Really look forward to getting a chance to meet you. I don't know if you saw in the chat, but one of our some people in our community from the Ukiah area, Jeff and Lloyd, are going to be at Bottle Rock to see Stevie Nicks. So maybe you'll bump into each other. Try not to knock each other down if you do bump into each other. So.
All right. Well, there's like a lot of messages for you, John. And when you get a chance, a lot of people thanking you and telling you how inspirational you are and giving you lots of fun kudos. So when you get a chance, look at all the comments that were said because you really have touched our community. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Much, pal. Don't have to go anywhere. We are going to move on in our conversation.
All right.
Love it.
Love it. Well, speaking of Ukiah, we usually like to highlight a region, highlight a department or something we're doing inside of our organization, and give them a chance to hear good news, for you all to hear good news. There's a lot happening in our organization, and it is really common and it's easy to do. You get stuck on a few problems that are happening in your area, maybe happening to you directly. So it's good to sometimes step away from the day-to-day, step away from one thing that's maybe causing you angst, and look at the good things happening all around us. So we've invited Michelle from the Redwood Coast area to share some good news from her area.
Well, hello, everyone. It is great to see you all this morning, and I'm excited to share what's been happening in RCRC. First of all, I'll just give a shout out to those who attended the camp this past week. Thank you, Rhonda Val and Joe Brewer, for leading the camp. They came back super charged up, excited, a few little crushes here and there, but wonderful stories from what I hear. So yay that you're glad that you're back and you had a great time. So one of the fun things is you'll notice in our sunrise service, this is a fun time where we get our blankets and our coffee, and we watch the sun come up and talk about Jesus. And it was an annual thing now because our clients and staff are asking for it. And then afterwards, we have a wonderful Easter breakfast with waffles and sausage. And there's Miss Moni in that picture just cooking away. And it's really a great time. And so this is the service itself is led by clients and staff, which we enjoy. And then they get up, you know, those really brave souls who get up at the crack of dawn, they enjoy that morning. So very, very, very fun thing that we did for Easter. Our holiday parade, which was our Christmas parade, we got the opportunity to join another company. And the fun fact, you don't know that you can see too much about the holiday parade there, is that one of our clients was in a wheelchair, an electric wheelchair. We didn't have a ramp, so, you know, the big guys from the other company, they just picked him up and put him on the float and off we went. So that was a great, fun way to kick off our holiday. And then we, as most of you know, if you know RCRC, we are party on and we love to dance. So Valentine's Day, we brought our party on and we danced. So it was a great time for Valentine's Day. In our next slide, we are definitely better together. We love our community. It's one of the values that we hold really close to our heart. In the top left there is our WIG party. In 2023, we met our WIG, and so we celebrated at my house with food, fun, and some pretty funny games that I won't show you those pictures, but they're pretty funny. So it was a great time together. The picture on the far right top is our spiritual event. Pastor Denny and Danette came over and brought us a movie, and we watched The Hill. And this is a remarkable true life story of Ricky Hill and his journey to play Major League Baseball. So if you've not watched The Hill, I really encourage you. It's inspirational. As you can tell, there was only a few seats open for this spiritual event. And there's a really big hunger for this in our region. And I'm really glad we are body, soul, and spirit. And so these guys are, you know, getting their bucket filled. And then the bottom picture there is, who doesn't love good birthday parties? So this is one of our quarterly birthday parties. And between the cake and the games and the fun and the smiles, we look forward to our quarterly birthday party every time. And then our last slide here is more fun. So we did Night to Shine in February. And this is Paul with his crown. And he is definitely the king of the night. He's also probably the ham of the night. And who doesn't love to dance with Paul? But, you know, it was a fun event where we had definitely a pretty big crowd of us there gathered. And one of the fun things is that, you know, our ladies, well, they like the uniform men who come in and they want to ride in their vehicles, and our guys like the limos and the fire trucks. So there's something for everybody, right? So it was a great night. On the top is Frank, and Frank is showing off his new pants because he has dropped 5 inches off his waist. So we are really proud of his weight loss adventure and his journey. And one day it'd be great maybe to have him on a Coffee Connect where he can share his journey to health. And speaking of health, on the bottom corner there is our team. They, on their own, get together. Staff and clients go for community walks over near the lake. And that is Lake Mendocino over there. And that's a beautiful walk over there. So they just get together on their own in this big group and take care of their health and increase exercise and feel good. So we're really proud of these guys going out and getting their exercise on. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed RCRC, and it's a little tidbit from our region to y'all.
Thanks so much.
Good
Michelle.
stuff. Good stuff.
And I know you guys work really hard, but it's always fun to see how hard you party as well.
Right.
So it's good to keep the balance there of partying and working. All right. Well, this is going to be our section where we just kind of go through some community updates. We want you guys to know what's happening here at Compass and the different things we're trying to accomplish. The first thing is just to highlight a few things that are happening in the near future. And I'm going to let Eric do that.
Yeah. So first of all, we want to prop out to our LNL or HR department for getting our handbooks out for both Compass and Options. Now, this is a really big deal. Most of you should have received it via email and a link to review it and sign it. It is absolutely mandatory. So thank you for all of you who did it promptly. If you haven't done it yet, or if you know of somebody who may not have done it yet, don't be offended now and tell them not to be offended if they start getting a series of kind of persistent phone calls, because we have to get those documents. Absolutely required. It's a super, super important big deal. So we appreciate your help there. CFS, Compass, isn't SLS and ILS anymore. It's got CFS too. And we are really excited for what CFS is doing. We're excited for how.
You might just, those letters, can you just say what those letters are for? Coordinated
Family Supports is what CFS stands for. Basically, the idea is folks who are not independent enough to really receive ILS services. They need a little bit more support, but they also still live with their family because that's the lifestyle they and their family want to have. A lot of cultures really want to keep their family members together, multiple generational living in one home. That's beautiful. If that brings them joy, we want to see that happen for them. And that's what CFS is built to do. And so we're really excited about it. We're really excited about the cross-cultural reality of it. It is now up and running in 4 of our 5 regions. And we're getting referrals. In fact, how many referrals are we sitting on right now, dear?
I think we have 13 referrals.
13 referrals. So, and that's just today. We didn't get those today. Oh, we probably did get some today. By the time this call's over, Courtney will probably be throwing in there several more on there. So there's a lot of interest in this program. We're super excited about it. We have a new program director in place. Are we announcing it on?
We have announced it previously.
Okay, so Joshua Flom, as you know, is going to be moving out of the thanks, Josh. He's going to be moving out of the SLS department and running the entire CFS program. And we're currently recruiting for a supervisor in CFS. We got some great candidates that are going for that. So we're really excited about it. Lastly, all hands, Q2 is upon us. That's what May is. But our Q2 all hands meetings will be team meetings, partnership meetings between your section. We say teams, really partnership meetings, right? With our
team meetings, partnership meetings. ILS is more team meeting, and then SLS is more partnership meetings.
Exactly. So in SLS, the clients will be there with the team. At ILS, it really will be the team. And we will be focusing on languages of appreciation. Make sure you mark your calendar. Of course, that is required. And we look forward to seeing you there. It's super important to get together with your team, especially in what we do, because we can be so scattered to the 5 wins, 4 wins. How many wins are there? However many wins there are, we're usually scattered to that number plus some. And it's really important for us to come together as a team, because this is not a solo marathon. This is a team game, and we need to be together to do just that. So that's what's coming here in the next couple of months.
All right. Well, there's some other things happening in our community that we just wanted to give you a fun heads up about. Firstly, we're going to start a podcast. We're super excited about this. We are our very own Melanie. So if Melanie can kind of wave and let you know that she's here, she is going to be starting a podcast. We're looking at it really being about the hopefulness and the grit and the positivity and the hard parts of doing social work. If you were just to go and Google podcasts about social work, there really aren't actually that many, especially on kind of the positive or the hopeful part of social work. And so we really want to have part of our mission, vision, and values here is to really influence our greater community. And this is one of the ways we hope to influence our greater community is with a podcast. We're starting.
The name is still a secret, so
Yes.
watch for the announcement. There'll be some fanfare.
There will be an announcement coming. I was being careful not to say the name, but there it is coming, and she's already starting to she's done a ton of prep work, and she's even starting to do some interviews and get ready for that. So you'll hear more about that. We're hoping for that to come out late summer, and right. Yep.
Okay,
Late summer.
Start
Woohoo.
dropping episodes now. It's going to be so fun. We'll be interviewing experts, service providers, some clients. We'll be telling their stories. It's going to really be a good listen. So when you hear about words, when you hear about it, not only please download it and listen to it, but pass the word around. We really want this to be an encouragement to everybody who cares about people with disabilities.
All right. So we're also, of course, hiring. We have been so excited about the number of referrals. It is absolutely a large part of who we've been hiring have actually been your friends and families and neighbors and people you're aware of. So please keep doing that. It really is the best resource for us. Yes, we do, all the different other ways, all the official ways that you need to do for recruiting. But we find we do Indeed and all that good stuff, but our best people come from our referrals, come from our own people. So we encourage you to keep sending us those referrals.
And you get money for it. So that also is a nice little bonus.
And there's another way to support, leave us a review. Our Indeed, oftentimes people, when they're not happy, leave reviews, not always when they're happy. So if you're happy and you know it,
If
put
you're
it on
happy and
Indeed.
you know it, post a review on Indeed.
All right. So another thing that hopefully you're familiar with or aware of, we have a community of dreamers. These are individuals with disabilities, but also staff that want to come together and talk about dreams happening. It is led by our very own lovely Jessica. And this is, the dates have been sent out. We are looking for you. We've had a really great group, but we're looking for you to participate if this is something, if you're kind of like, I feel stuck, or I'm just looking for some inspiration. This is a phenomenal group to get involved with. It meets once a month online. So wherever you are, you can participate. It's a great way to get to know different people from our area, but also people that are interested in dreaming. So sometimes when you hang out with dreamers, you figure out more of your own dreams. So I encourage you to get involved with that. Last but not least, we do basically strategic planning every 7 years. So we look at, we get, real introspective and retrospective and all this spectives, and we
All the spectives.
and we
Quasi-spective, metaspective.
all those spectives. Anyway, we get together, we spend a year thinking about it. This is a year we think about it, and this year we plan for it, and then the next 7 years is when we do it.
It'll be very spective, very spective.
Yes. And we have, and I'm super grateful, we have some awesome people who've signed up to come.
Absolutely.
We are going to be focusing on one group called Protecting the Present. If you are on this chat and you've been selected for being Protecting the Present, why don't you throw that in the chat so people know who you are?
Yeah, too, because if the ideas are bad, then they know who to blame. They really like that. I'm
I was
kidding.
really going to say, and then if you have suggestions and you have ideas for protecting our present, These would be some people you could reach out to. They are from all parts of our organization, representing different departments, different positions. So if you see a name and you want to like, hey, what are you guys doing? Or you just want to check in, or you want to give some ideas, those are some of the people doing Protecting the Present. Then we have another group that's called Painting the Future. And so if you are on Painting the Future, go ahead and throw that in the chat. This group is going to be looking ahead. So Protecting the Present is really like, what are the things that we need to get better at and make sure we're doing really, really well.
To
And
make sure that our services continue to be strong but cutting edge.
yes. And then Painting the Future is really about looking forward and like, okay, what are some things that we could do to help people with disabilities even better? What are some other programs we potentially could look at adding? Where are other places we could go to provide service?
What are we not doing and where could we do it? Yeah.
All right, Dylan is Picasso. He must be on the painting team. So we'll get to see his painting skills. So we encourage you also, if you have ideas for our
You know, when I
future.
paint, it looks like Picasso.
Who's the one that just does splats on a paper? That's me.
Oh yeah, it's oh my gosh. I can
All right, who does splats on a paper, guys?
Pollock.
Jackson
Yeah.
Pollock.
Yes, I'm more like Pollock. Okay.
Yeah, well,
But we are going to be getting together. You'll be hearing much more about this throughout the year and the beginning of next year as we come up with our 7-year vision for our next 7 years. We're super excited about it. Okay.
Sidney Pollock, he's proof that I'll never understand art. I don't. I just don't.
All right. Wow. There was some talk about this monumental announcement, and it is actually it's a big announcement.
You really
It
should
may
say-
not feel big to you. It's big to me. So I'm going to talk about it for a second. For those of you who may or may not know, I started the organization back in 1996 when I was 23 years old.
We should have some quiet, like mood lighting. So there should be a different environment for this moment, you know.
And one of the things you do when you're 23 years old is you just kind of, shoot from the hip. And one of the ways I shot from the hip was coming up with the name Compass. So Compass is actually an acronym.
Ooh. T-shirt to the first field staff person who can write the name of the company in the chat. You got that?
What does Compass stand for?
I'm not-
All right. I'm going to go
no, Tyler,
ahead.
you don't get a T-shirt for writing field staff person. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give the answer.
Oh, give him a minute. Give him a minute.
I don't think people are going to know this.
Even if I make it a jacket.
A jacket? Do we even have a
Do we have any
jacket?
of those?
We don't even have a jacket. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
All right. It is community opportunities.
No, oh my gosh, it's wrong.
Care.
Oh, it was. That was correct.
No, I am
That was-
right.
Yes, you're right.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
That was the
You
original name.
weren't here.
Well, I see all the legal, but I know the legal documents.
All right. Care, yes, thank you, Josh. Care options management plans and supportive services. So Josh was like 90% right, but it was originally community
Community
opportunities
opportunities.
management plans and supportive services. All right, so we've had, so that's a very long acronym and it literally had periods in between. Well, all of that to say legally is very hard to keep straight and is not best when you're looking to grow. And as we've already talked about before, as we are growing as an organization, we were SLS and ILS. It actually used to be a Compass, SLS and ILS. But as we add CFS and we look to the future and we see what other things we want to add, we say to ourselves, our name does not quite cover us. And you can imagine, since this has been the name of my organization since I was 23 years old, this has been a really big decision for us. But we are looking at changing our name. We are going to be changing our name in the near future to better represent the entire organization, to better represent where we're going in our future, and to represent this next season of our organization. And legally, to be a better name that will work better when you're trying to do all things you need to do from a business
The
standpoint.
name literally, the legal name literally is so long, the IRS can't fit our name on our tax documents. It's
And-
kind of a thing.
Yeah, and it's a problem. And anyway, I don't need to get y'all into
But it's a cool acronym.
I don't need to
And-
get you into all the things that I did when I was 23.
But it's a cool acronym, and it's extra cool that COMPASS. The A is literally the word and. I mean, we didn't go the ampersand sign or whatever that thing's called. We really maximize the value of it.
Say we. You work here. Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm
I'm
actually
23.
I'm not being mean. I think it's kind of fun. I
right.
like it.
Anyway, so that is our big reveal. We're going to be working on a name. There's going to be a lot of things happening. Oh, sorry. We have someone
That's happening.
going by us. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be working on and getting a lot of collaborative effort on what is a good name, what is going to represent our organization long term. There's going to be surveys that get sent out. There's going to be chances to sit on committees because this is a name that's going to represent all of us, not just 23-year-old Sadie. It's going to represent this organization and its future. So we want you to be a part of it. So if you're interested in helping, just reach out to our marketing team. So to Mary or to Sarah, and we can put that in the new swag will also be part of it. So we are going to, so many changes will need to occur. This won't happen in a day, guys.
This is going to be a couple
if anyone's wondering, we will not change his name in a day.
This will be a couple of year process because it will require everything that says Compass to have a name change affection. Their website will change. Everything will be affected,
This change will take us
couple years.
But it is a big deal. I'm glad you guys see it as a big deal because it feels like a big deal to me. It's something we've discussed for quite a while. I've known for a while that for legal reasons, we needed to change, but it's a very hard personal decision. But I really do feel like as we're coming into this next season with this new vision and all that we're working on for strategic planning, it's the right time. But like I said, it will take a long time for us to roll this whole thing out.
And yes, Jeff, you will still get to wear all 5,000 of your shirts.
Okay. Someone asked a question at 23. Did I know Eric? No, that's why I keep making sure he says, the ampersand, he wasn't here.
I'm not making fun. I think it's kind of fun.
Anyway, no, I was not, I was single at the time. Eric, entered the scene about 5 years later when I was 28. And then we were married when I was 29. And then he actually came to the organization when I was, 31?
Do you want me to?
32?
You were close and close and close.
Okay. I'm really bad at
She was
dates
23
and
when she
times.
founded the company. We met when she was 25. We got married when she was 28. And I started working at the company when she was
I
20.
was skipping the 25 thing.
Oh.
I just knew who you were.
Well, it says when 23, did you know Eric?
Yeah.
So anyway, so
you joined the organization
in 2005 when you were 32.
32. So that's when he joined. So
Well,
23.
sort of. I technically joined the organization about a week after we got married, and that was in 2001. But that's because
because that's how we roll.
that's how we roll.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is our story and what we're going to be up to. You'll hear more about it. And this, like I said, going to be a very long process. You'll get bored of hearing about it by the time we're done. But we wanted to take today to share that.
And yes, Dylan, you get brownie points for saying you thought say you were still 25. Well done. Well done. And I like how you called out your own hashtag brownie points. That's extra. It's extra. I pat myself on the back for being complimentary and witty. That's the best. The best kind, it's got, like I say, the best joke's the one that you laugh at. Who cares about anybody else? So, all right.
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay, Kip Carville. All right. Well, first of all, wave your arms and legs and whatever appendages you have publicly on display if you've already been to one of our camps. I want to see your enthusiasm for that. That's
Whose soul's been to camp?
That's awesome. Well, we've had some great, we're already hearing great stories and great impacts about them as we're celebrating Christmas in the Pines up in the Trinity Alps. We are really glad that we've had so many people go. We only have 5 spots left, which is absolutely crazy. Out of how many total spots? Out of 90 spots, we have 5 spots left. So we're 94% full. So if you are still interested, and I'm talking to staff as well, and if you are as a client want to go and you haven't signed up yet, please do. We would love to have you there. They're fabulous times. You get a great shirt and you even see Santa. So
I want to answer a question. I'm sorry, Britt. I didn't see your question until now. Yes, options will be going under the same name. That is all part of the process. Options will,
Oh, good
so
point.
we will no longer, at some point in the future, yet to be determined, we will no longer have
The name Options.
Compass and Options. We will all have one name.
But a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. It might swell in the heat, but I meant to say smell just as sweet. Anyway, so welcome back, ACRC Sark and RCRC. They had great trips, and I think there's a couple of snapshots right there looking good in the sun. And I even hear there's snow.
Yeah.
And we even actually have snow in the summer. So you have to go to find out what that's about. But well done, guys.
All right. Well, we have another big event happening this year. We're going to camp, but we're also, as many of you know, going to Disneyland. That is coming up here very, very shortly. And here's another opportunity to get, actually, this is going to be for all staff, Tyler. So Tyler, all staff. If you are already signed up as a staff to go to Disneyland, please put it in the chat. That you are a staff that's already signed up to go to Disneyland.
As a staff, as a support staff. You just sign up for me.
All right.
Gee, nice. Love it.
All right. Well, we are going to go with two more shirts. So
Okay,
do you wanna-
you're changing
I
your
know,
game.
because I said all people and it wouldn't work that way.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, so two more shirts. Pick a number.
7,
Okay.
13.
Not 13
You don't think we'll have more than 20 people?
on this right here. I don't know.
If we will. I mean, you've
Okay.
not been watching them scroll past.
Okay.
With sort
So
of
what was the number again?
7 and 13.
7 and 13. So on this list, number 7 and number 13, we will get you a t-shirt. Thank you for signing up for Disneyland. We do need a few more staff to meet our current requirements. And as many of you know, we have a waiting list for Disneyland that we would like to be able to incorporate in. Disneyland was met with such enthusiasm. I'm so grateful for all who said we needed to go to Disneyland, and for my team for planning this. It was met with such enthusiasm. We filled up all of our spots. We opened up more spots. Those filled up, and now we're on essentially one more waiting list. But we cannot bring on any more clients until we have more staff. So if you are a staff and you're interested in going, it's really a very, very, very affordable trip. We're actually covering quite a bit of the cost. So that you can go and you'll actually have some of your own time in Disneyland apart from clients, as we want to make sure that this is a rest and rise year. So you have some time to rest and rise, as well as have time to support and have fun with our clients.
Compass is basically paying about 85% of the cost of staff who go as support staff. And if somebody wants to go, if a staff wanted to go just to go, you can get on the waiting list, but that you'd be paying full freight. But it is the best deal a person's ever going to have to go to Disneyland. Dates are right there, November 19 and 22. John, I don't know what your last name is, John. I'm not sure which John it was that said that, but John, to everyone, I think it's a great idea. Have a competition to see who can get
John
the most.
Allen.
John Allen? John, thanks, John. John Allen, clever idea. Make it a game. Gamify the thing and see who can get the most staff to sign up to go work at Disney. So yeah, I think we should do something about that.
So if you're interested, you can reach out. You can go onto our website and get more information, and there is a way there to sign up. So if you're interested in going to Disneyland as a staff, we are looking for you. We'd love to have you come along. So go ahead, go get more information on our website and talk to your supervisor. And then even if your individual or the client that you work with is not planning on going, we can figure out matches. So it's just really important that everyone that wants to go gets to go if we can possibly make it happen. So please go sign up to go to Disneyland. All right. now it's time for questions. We had some individuals who sent us some questions ahead of time. We're going to answer a couple of those, but we should have time for a few other questions. So if you have a question you'd like to pose based on some of the things that we shared today, or just other things you're thinking about, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Eric and I love the opportunity to answer your questions.
So, excuse me, the first question we got is from Christopher in RCRC. He's a life guide. I hope you're on the call, Christopher. Question was, in regards to California increasing its minimum wage for fast food restaurants, what will there be a cost of living adjustment for us? I would like there to be. The reality of it is, because of California's budget cuts or that are necessary, our whole industry is slated to have $1 billion budget cut if Governor Newsom's budget gets his way. If he gets his way, if the legislature votes and agrees to him, we'll actually get a cut. And so there wouldn't be any cost of living increase. Now, y'all remember we gave pretty much everybody in the field an increase in October, November, or January, depending on what region you are. We did that in advance. And then we found out afterwards that this budget cut was on the table for us. So if you would like to see our field staff get paid better, you can really help. Get angry. I don't usually like anger, but in this case, I find it quite offensive that the governor wants to balance the budget on the backs of people with
We're one of the
disabilities.
largest cuts he's doing.
Exactly. And they are not cutting a lot of other things that don't directly affect people who need services. So if you can really help by calling your legislator, emailing your legislator, writing letters, be angry, let them know you're mad. If you know people who have disabilities or family members with disabilities, get them advocating, because legislators need to remember that this is an election year, and that if they do this to us, we will remember and vote for the other guy, even if we don't like that political party. Because the bottom line is disabilities know no political party. It doesn't matter what your ideology is, whether you like Biden or Trump or neither. If you have a relationship with someone in California with a disability, this budget matters to you, and this election should therefore matter to you. So definitely put the word out. But for those of you who are wanting to see more money come to our staff, I'm one of them. This is how you can make it happen.
Two things I just want to share. There's been talk here on the chat about a rally. There is a rally coming up. So
May 21.
If you're interested in going to the rally, or if you know of individuals that are interested in going, throw it in the chat, and the team that is organizing that would reach out to you. There's also, I'd love for someone to cut and paste there's numbers you can call, or there's also places you can write letters, emails, places you can send emails. So if someone could find that information and put it in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. Because there's a lot of different ways you can just let the legislators and let our governor know that this is not a place that cuts should happen. Understand that the budget needs to be balanced. Totally understand that we need to be conscientious and make sure that we're being cautious with finances. But this program, we've actually been waiting 5 years for this money. And so that he's saying we're going to get cut is unfair.
Exactly. You can't, he'll still go to the French Laundry for dinner, but he'll cut our budget.
All right.
All right. So I'm
yeah. You're
thank you. So Colleen in Sark, I don't know if you're on the call, Colleen, but fun little question. What is your favorite pastimes away from Compass? Well, one of my favorite pastimes actually is I'm learning how to fly a little airplane. So that's kind of cool.
It's not my favorite pastime.
Yeah, I'm not doing a barrel roll. It actually really is a lot of fun, and I get to solo now, so that's kind of a recent development, and it's really cool getting up there and getting back down safely. Flaps up. That's right. Well, it depends if you're going up or going down, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right. So Robert
What's your favorite pastime?
asks, I just started playing pickleball. I stay on the ground. And I just started playing pickleball, and I love it. It's so fun. It is definitely a mature person sport. I'm not going to lie. I understand this about the sport. But I love it. It's very fun. All right. Robert asked the question, how have you been practicing wrestling? What does that look like? Well, I just said pickleball. So I've been, one of the things I know about me is I really need to be active. I need to be out, sunshine. I need to be outside, as well as just enjoying the the exercise. There's something about me. Eric says I'm a nicer person when I exercise. And so to be a nicer person, I have started playing pickleball. I also did volleyball in the spring, and I worked out this morning. I got in my gym and worked out this morning. So I am absolutely practicing rest by making sure I take care of my body. But there are lots of other ways. I actually also went to a GNO, a girls' night out this week, and very, very soul filling, very, very soul filling, and wine filling. We had a lot of wine. Okay. Tina asked the question about CFS. How does a person or family get the service? It's through the regional center. So talking to your service coordinator through the regional center. And age, it's a program for adults. And so it's over the age of 18, but still living in their family home. So living in their family home. So can be, 19 to 90, still living in their family home and wanting services for the, I don't know why words just escape me. Anyway, looking for services for people with disabilities and going to the regional center to get that request met. All right, Amy, if you're on the call, hi. I might see you tomorrow. Amy and I go way, way back, and super fun story, her coming to work for us. She and I are from the same town, Maxwell, California. All right. And then Parwiza from RCEB, she's also a LG. You mentioned spa gift cards. We've looked into it. Yes, we can get them. Tremendous has spa gift cards, and you can look for those. They should be added as an option by June. So thank you for reminding us that's something that you would like to see. We went ahead and worked that out, and you should have it by June. All right.
Okay, so Anna, many of you probably are not aware, but we are moving our offices in RCRC. It's actually been in the works for quite some time. We're going to get some permanent space there in Ukiah. We just got to get the building redone and stuff. That's a slow process, and I don't know what it is about Ukiah. It's extra slow in Ukiah. I don't know why. Maybe they train carpenters to swing the hammer extra slow. I don't know what it is. It just is taking a long time. But in the meantime, we still have to move out of our current space there by the end of this month. So we're going to be moving in some temporary housing. That's going to happen here. Actually, Danette and Brandon and I think Brian were working with the team in the space this week, just kind of doing some preparation work. So the folks in that office, they're all up to speed on this, but that is happening. I do not have a date for the new permanent space, but it is going to still be a while. So I mean, keep your comfortable shoes on and pack lightly. So because you'll be moving again, but I don't know when it's going to be exactly. Sorry.
And we're sorry.
Yeah, I am sorry. It's not the way we like these things to happen, but I can't control. I wish I had a magic wand. Sorry.
All right. Are there any questions from the group? As you're putting the question for the group, Mandy asked what Eric and I are looking for this summer. I am absolutely looking forward to strat planning. Been working on a lot recently. I'm very, very excited about the opportunity to hear from different people and really just think through our protecting our present as well as painting our future. And then Eric and I personally are looking forward to a family vacay. We're going to be heading out in June. We're going to go to Disneyland because we love Disneyland. Yes, and we are going in November too. We are ridiculous. We know this about ourselves. And then we are also going to go to Belize. So we're going to go to Disneyland for a few days, then Belize. Super excited.
Absolutely.
We've never been to Belize. So.
All right. Oh, Felicia, you've been to Belize before, huh? Cool. I have to get some tips from you. So, all right. I am not flying to Belize. I will never fly. Man, to learn to fly internationally, you got to jump through some crazy. I hope just to fly like to Red Bluff. That's my goal. Right now, seriously, I can take off my plane in Reading, and fly in a circle, and land in Reading. That's what I get to do. That's all I get to do. It's kind of like I'm a good driver on Mondays in the driveway. That's basically who I am. So,
all right. Dylan asked any potential new names, any hints? We don't, actually, we really don't. We've played around with so many dumb ideas that I don't even want to share because they're so dumb. So we are really, 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 really open and really need your help. Mary, of course, is taking this project on, taking lead on this project, but we're going to need a lot of people helping come up with the perfect name to our organization.
I'm sorry. People's comments about me flying are kind of funny. No, there will be no jumping out of my plane. None of that. Not even for her. But yeah, no. I've wanted to do this for a handful of years. So, but that's funny. Battery in the red. Bye, red battery person. iPhone. Bless you. Have a great day. Thanks for the. There was another couple of oh yeah. So thank you for the suggestions for our theme song. We will have a choice, and we'll open up with there will be a Eric and Sadie track. This won't just be Compass. It is the Compass Town Hall, but it's got to have a little flavor of us.
All right, so you're going to pick the winner at some point, and then they get a prize?
Well, if it's theirs. I'm not saying that list is the
okay,
list.
but if you pick
we pick the theme song and it's one you recommended, there'll be a payoff for you.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Dumb name standout. I don't even know. It really it's like this. Like we were talking and we're like, so are there ways that the word compass is in other languages that would sound good? And we started looking it up.
I chat GPT'd it and it was kind of funny, but I can't use all those letters in some of those other languages.
And they just weren't good. They just weren't. It was like, and who's going to get that? And why would we do that? So it was like that. And we've taken a million rabbit trails. We try to take, so some of my individuals that I started this program with, some clients, we tried to take their name and make a name. That didn't work at all. So there've been a lot of different random little strands Eric and Sadie have tried to follow, and they have not led anywhere interesting. So we're really looking for some help.
And I've even talked to people I know who are professional marketers, and their ideas are garbage. X is taken, right? X team. Right. Deadpool ruined that name. Alrighty. Well, so it'll probably be a word that's somewhat invented. But just because that seems to be the only thing you can get through trademarking and the IRS these days. But what about you're just saying Compass cares? The problem, actually, that was a private message from Joe. The problem with Compass, just so you guys know, we're running out of time, but is that Compass is everywhere. You just cannot get legal control over the word. Actually, if it's a normal word in English, it's probably taken. And so we can ooh.
We can take Twitter.
Twitter's
free.
You know what? I wonder if MySpace is free. We can take MySpace. Nobody wants that anymore. Lori, it's MySpace. Ooh, your space? Anyway, all right.
All right. Thank you, guys. It was awesome to see all of you and share a few laughs. We appreciate you. We're so grateful for you. And we hope you have a fantastic summer. We'll see you again soon.
Ciao, guys.